Have you ever wondered why some people seem to hold on to their clarity no matter how old they get? You've probably met someone like that, a neighbor in their 70s who remembers every detail of a story from decades ago, or a grandparent who can still recall names, dates, and tiny moments that most people would have forgotten. And meanwhile, so many others begin to feel their memory slip long before they're ready for it. A misplaced item here, a forgotten name there, or that strange moment of walking into a room and thinking, "What was I about to do?" Here's something most people never hear. Your brain does some of its most powerful memory work while you sleep, and the foods you eat before bedtime can quietly transform that nightly repair process. This isn't hype, and it's not wishful thinking. It's a combination of real science, natural nutrition, and the remarkable ability of the aging brain to mend itself when given the right support. Tonight, and every night after, your brain is either recharging or falling behind, and surprisingly, it often comes down to what you put on your plate. So in this video, we're diving into 4 everyday foods that older adults across the world are using to sharpen their mind, strengthen their memory, and wake up feeling more like themselves again. These aren't exotic ingredients, pricey supplements, or medical claims. These are simple, accessible foods you can find at any grocery store, ready to work for you the moment your head hits the pillow. Stay with me until the end, because each food does something different, and when you combine them, even casually, they create a powerful nighttime support system your brain can depend on. And by the time you reach the final minute of this video, you'll understand exactly what makes these foods so effective, and how just a few small changes can completely reshape how your brain ages. Let's begin with the first brain-charging food, a food many people underestimate, a food that packs more nighttime memory support than almost anything else in your kitchen. Blueberries, the nighttime memory spark. Most people think of blueberries as a sweet fruit, maybe something you add to pancakes or toss into a dessert. But these small, deep blue berries hold one of the most powerful secrets for preserving memory as the years pass. Scientists often call them brain berries, and it's not just a catchy nickname. It's because blueberries contain a family of compounds called flavonoids, especially anthocyanins, that have a remarkable ability to support the brain's communication pathways. When you eat blueberries in the evening, maybe with dinner or as a small snack, you're giving your brain exactly what it needs for its nightly reset. As you sleep, the brain enters a cleansing mode where it clears out waste, repairs tiny breaks in neural pathways, and strengthens the clips that hold your memories together. But here's the surprising part. That repair process slows dramatically when there's too much inflammation or oxidative stress, both of which tend to increase as we age. Blueberries help counter this, almost like quiet caretakers working overnight. They support the very regions of the brain responsible for forming new memories and recalling old ones. In simple terms, they help keep your memory online, even if the years behind you are starting to stack up. Picture this. You're sitting at your kitchen table recounting a story to your grandson. He asks you about something from years ago, and the memory floats up effortlessly, clear, vivid, ready to share. Moments like that feel natural, but they're not guaranteed. They're built through habits that nourish the brain over time, especially during sleep. And blueberries, humble as they seem, are one of the easiest ways to maintain that clarity. Maybe you like them plain. Maybe you enjoy them stirred into yogurt. Maybe you toss them into a warm bowl of oatmeal or blend them into a light evening smoothie. However you choose to eat them, what matters most is consistency. Blueberries don't need to be eaten by the cupful. Even a small handful provides enough of the compounds your brain depends on. There's something comforting about knowing that something as simple as a berry can make such a noticeable difference. You don't need complicated routines or expensive solutions. You just need a habit that supports your brain's natural ability to heal itself. Blueberries help spark the memory repair process. But while they help clear the fog, the next food on our list helps strengthen the wiring you rely on every single day. Walnuts, the silent nighttime brain rebuilder. Walnuts don't usually make headlines, but these oddly shaped little nuts hold some of the most powerful nutrients for long-term brain health. In fact, If you look at a walnut closely, it even resembles a tiny brain, and the resemblance is surprisingly fitting. Inside each walnut is a blend of omega-3 fatty acids, plant antioxidants, and vitamin E nutrients that older brains crave. These compounds help support the structure of brain cells and reinforce the pathways that carry memories from one area of your mind to another. But the magic doesn't happen during the day. It happens at night, when you're asleep and your brain finally has time to repair itself. Research has shown that walnuts may support neuroplasticity, which is your brain's ability to make new connections and strengthen old ones. And that's exactly what memory relies on. When older adults regularly include walnuts in their nightly routine, they often report something subtle but deeply meaningful, a sense of mental steadiness. The fog lifts. Words come easier. Recall feels smoother. The little details, they return, often when least expected. Imagine this. You're reading a bedtime story to your granddaughter. She pauses, waiting for your voice to continue, expecting you to remember exactly where you left off. And you do, without hesitation. That ease, that confidence, that comfortable flow, it's the kind of memory strength walnuts help support over time. But walnuts aren't just about memory. They also help support mood balance, which matters more than many people realize. When your mood is steady, your sleep becomes more restorative. And when sleep improves, memory improves. It's like a chain reaction you set off simply by adding a small handful of walnuts to your evening snack. If you don't like eating walnuts plain, you're not alone. But they're incredibly easy to mix into foods you already enjoy. You can sprinkle a few pieces over a salad, mix them into yogurt with some fruit, or lightly toss them into warm cereal. Some people even blend them into a nighttime smoothie for a creamy texture. Routines don't need to be complicated to be effective. Just think of walnuts as a nightly memory booster, something simple you do for yourself, quietly, consistently, knowing that every serving gives your brain a little more strength for tomorrow. Walnuts help your neurons communicate more clearly, but while they help rebuild the brain, the next food helps protect it, keeping your memory safer for the years ahead. Spinach and leafy greens, the deep sleep memory protectors. If blueberries help clear out the fog and walnuts help rebuild the wiring, spinach and leafy greens help shield your memory from the inside out. These greens, spinach, kale, collards, arugula, aren't just low-calorie vegetables on the side of your plate. They're loaded with nutrients your brain depends on, especially as you get older. Leafy greens are rich in lutein, vitamin K, folate, and beta-carotene. These nutrients have been linked to slower cognitive decline and better long-term memory retention. In fact, studies have shown that adults who regularly eat leafy greens may have cognitive abilities of someone significantly younger. And the reason is simple. Leafy greens feed the brain the building blocks it needs to protect itself. During sleep, your brain filters out waste and repairs its cells, but certain nutrients are required to make that process efficient. Folate helps reduce harmful compounds that accumulate with age. Vitamin K supports brain structure. Lutein gathers in memory-rich regions of the brain and shields them from stress. It all adds up to a quieter, smoother repair process overnight, allowing you to wake up clearer and more focused. Picture a simple evening meal shared with friends, maybe a warm plate with sautéed spinach or a colorful salad with leafy greens drizzled with olive oil. The conversation is lively. Someone asks about a moment from years ago, and the memory surfaces effortlessly. These aren't random moments. These are the little victories of a brain that's been nurtured well. Leafy greens help keep the brain's communication networks open and flexible. They support the removal of buildup that can interfere with memory recall. And they reinforce the connections you use to remember names, dates, stories, and experiences that matter. What's remarkable is how quickly people notice a difference when they start including greens regularly. Many older adults share that after just a few weeks, they feel more mentally awake, more present in conversations, and more confident in their memory. And it's never too late to start. Even in your 70s or 80s, these greens make a difference. And the best part? You don't need a huge bowl. Even a modest serving with dinner acts as powerful fuel for your brain's nightly repair cycle. Spinach helps protect your memory while you sleep. But the next food doesn't just protect, it rebuilds your brain from the inside out, especially the parts responsible for long-term memory. Fatty fish, the nighttime structural memory supporter. Out of all the foods on this list, fatty fish, like salmon, sardines, and trout, may have the strongest direct impact on your brain's physical structure. These fish contain DHA, a type of omega-3 fat that makes up a large portion of your brain's cells. As you age, DHA levels drop naturally, and when they do, memory can suffer. But here's what makes fatty fish so powerful. When you eat them regularly, especially in the evening with dinner, your body uses the night to absorb their nutrients and direct them straight to the brain. These fats become part of your cell membranes, reinforcing the pathways you use every day to store and retrieve memories. Think of DHA as the maintenance worker your brain needs but can't produce on its own. Without it, memory becomes slower and less reliable. With it, older adults report clearer thinking, smoother recall, and a calmer mind. Fatty fish also support mood by helping maintain a healthy balance of brain chemicals. This leads to deeper sleep, a crucial part of forming and retaining memories. When sleep is deep and peaceful, the brain organizes and strengthens the memories you formed during the day. It sorts through conversations, experiences, and information, filing them in the right places so you can access them later without hesitation. Imagine sitting with lifelong friends, reminiscing about old adventures. The details come easily. The emotions of the moment feel sharp and alive. Nothing feels forced. This is the kind of clarity fatty fish help support. If you're not used to eating fish, don't worry. You don't need huge servings or daily meals. Just 2 or 3 fish meals a week can make a noticeable difference. You can enjoy salmon baked with lemon, mix sardines with a fresh salad, or simply try trout grilled with light seasoning. Older adults who make this change often say they feel brighter in the morning, more energetic, more mentally steady. It's the result of giving their brain exactly what it needs to function at its best. Fatty fish provide structure, spinach protects, walnuts strengthen, and blueberries repair. Each food plays a different role, and together, they create a powerful nighttime system that helps your brain remain sharp, resilient, and ready for each new day. Nourishing your memory for years to come. As we finish this journey through the 4 powerful foods that support your memory while you sleep, take a moment to reflect on how simple these habits can be. Blueberries, walnuts, leafy greens, fatty fish, these aren't fads or trends. They're everyday foods with real, consistent science behind them. You don't need perfection. You don't need complicated instructions. You simply need small, regular moments of choosing foods that help your brain do what it's designed to do: repair, restore, and remember. Growing older doesn't mean losing your spark. It doesn't mean letting go of the stories that shaped your life or the memories you hold close. Your brain is resilient, adaptable, and capable of strengthening itself when you give it the support it deserves. So choose one food to start with this week. Add it to your evening routine. Then add another when you're ready. Over time, these small steps stack up into something powerful: greater clarity, easier recall, and the confidence of knowing your mind is still working with you, not against you. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments which food you plan to try first. And don't hesitate to share a story or a memory that you're proud to hold on to. Your words inspire others more than you know. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of your mind, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.